It feels like this game got off to a pretty hot start, but you guys maintained some aggressive and assertive power throughout. What can you speak to just the energy level and the output of that?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, we've talked about it the last little bit here about maintaining pressure when we're up. I thought earlier in the year we, gave up some leads and kind of sat back and watched teams kind of dictate the play. And I thought tonight was another big win. We kind of shut it down and scored a big goal when it mattered. So it shows a lot about this group, and we got to keep it going.
Kind of in that same vein, it seems like you guys are getting more comfortable in tight games. Would you say that's the case? And what are you seeing out of that?
Yeah, I think we're making more plays. We're hitting each other's tape instead of just kind of flicking it and standing around, not moving our feet. I think we're being assertive. We're making plays when it's there, and when it's not, we're putting puck in good areas and making sure we're putting our teammates in good spots.
And just speaking to the leadership it requires from McBain to set the tone early, and obviously you stand up for your teammates from a previous game.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. That's kind of the culture we built in here. Awesome to see that Boehner got us going there, and happy we got the win, and he kind of set the tone for us tonight, so that's great.
We talked so much about special teams being a difference maker. This one, a power play goal, penalty kill does well. What did you see out of that effort?
Yeah, it's huge. I think if you win the special teams battle, I feel like you're going to win a lot of games most nights in this league. So we didn't do our job in the first two periods, but when it mattered in the third, we were able to capitalize on a big power play goal and kind of give us a little 2-goal cushion and kind of take a little bit of steam out of them, I think.
You and Keller are the most out of U.S.-born players connecting on a goal. You have 199 goals that you factor in together. That chemistry we've talked about so much, but for you guys to set an American record and an NHL record, what does that mean to you, and what do you see out of that chemistry?
Yeah, it's great. Feels like we've been playing with each other for a long time, so we know where each other are at all times on the ice, and always looking for each other, and it's been a heck of a ride playing with them, and hopefully we got many more great memories ahead.
5 points for Keller over the last 2 games. How has he kind of started to take over games for this team?
Yeah, he's been great. I mean, he's the leader of our team. He makes a lot of big-time plays when it matters, and I just feel like we have guys stepping up at different moments. I mean, I don't think it's one guy that's kind of doing it every night. It's, guys are playing good, and some guy makes the big play on any given night. So it's fun to see. That's what good teams do. They got depth, and I think a lot of guys are stepping up and contributing.
Vejmelka now leads the league in wins this season. What has he meant to this team so far this year?
He's been great. He's played a lot of hockey, but he's been a backbone all year. He makes a lot of big saves when it matters, and hopefully we can get a bunch more wins with him in the net. And V's been good too. I don't think he's got as many starts as maybe other backups, but I think he's played great when he's been in too. So both goalies have been really good for us.
Thank you.
How much pride do you take in being able to goaltend for this team, especially when they're on the kind of heater you're on?
Yeah, it's a pleasure to play now. We play really good hockey. We block a ton of shots, so it's just another piece of it, and I'm glad we found a way tonight.
Do you feel like your group is getting more comfortable in tight games?
I think so. Usually it's all about focus and being in the right place. So it's the same for everybody. And we played a huge game last game. We played another big game tonight. So those 1-goal games, it's really important for rest of the season.
I know you're considered part of the PK, but the 4 guys in front of you, how much confidence do they give you when you're in those tight moments?
Yeah, I think it's huge for me, to know they cover like other guys on the rebounds, so I just need to focus for the guy who's got a puck. So it's kind of easy for me, and I can just focus for what's going to happen next.
You're the first Czech goalie since Hasek to get 20 wins in an AHL season. To hear your name next to his in Czech history, what does that mean to you?
It's a big accomplishment, Hasek is one of the best goalies in NHL history, so it's an honor, and I'm glad about it, and happy for it.
To win here at Delta Center again, what's the energy that you feel from the fans here in Utah?
I think it's huge for us. It's we feel that energy every moment, so that brings us a special energy, and actually fans are incredible every night, so it's fun to play in front of them.
Your save percentage has increased a lot over the last 6 weeks. Just how confident do you feel in the net right now?
Yeah, I just don't really change anything. Like I'm just trying to, be ready for the game, be good in the practice, just do simple things, and don't really, think about it. So just trying to, focus for another step, another game, another shot. So easy.
Can you also emphasize the importance of obviously a division opponent getting points in the standings because it's so close?
Yeah, I think it's huge. We actually knew that. So if we want to get into the playoffs, it's we need to win those kind of games.
Going back to the Hasek thing for a sec, how much did you idolize him as a kid, or did you at all?
Yeah, I did. When I was 5-6 years old, when I started to play goalie, Hasek was one of the favorite goalies. Obviously, he was one of the best in NHL already. So it was really fun to watch him, and it was a different kind of hockey, obviously. But it was fun to watch, and it's insane what he did.
Speaking of your country, you're going to represent them at the Olympics. What does that mean to you to be an Olympian?
The dream came true, actually. So I'm really happy about it, and I'm super excited to get to Italy. And I want to enjoy every moment there, and I hope we're going to have some success.
Thanks much.
Thank you.
Very good game. Early, Veggie made a key save. Obviously they played hard. They knew how important was that game, division and everything. And obviously Schmaltz's line was possessed, was really, really good. He win battles, the speed he had defensively, his face-off, his PK, everything. I liked our power play, the movement. Obviously, PK came up big at key moment. But I think the answer of Jack McBain of what happened in the last game, I think that's probably the highlight of the night for the Bear.
We talked about it pregame, but being able to grow that confidence and composure, especially late in the games, what do you see out of your team's effort in that area?
Very good. It's important to stay even kill, to stay humble, and to play the game the right way. But, when our guys are above, they have that kind of a pace, they fight that hard. That just gives confidence. You cannot get carried away. You cannot get complacent. But you have to be honest, we had a level of confidence in our play defensively. And that doesn't mean the other team cannot score or cannot have a great scoring chance or cannot get lucky at some point. And I'm not saying they need to get lucky to have a scoring chance. They can be good as well. But my point is, I had the feeling we won't beat ourselves. They will need to beat us. They will need to do the right thing to beat us. And when we made some mistake, Veggie came up big. So we expect to play good. We want to play good. NHL is tough to win. It's the opponent tonight. They showed up and they played hard, but proud of our group.
I know assertive was the word I used in that first period interview with you, but what did you see in their eyes today as far as you say Schmaltz is possessed? What did you see?
I think the guys they're even kill right now. They really focus on the process, on what they have to do. They're not get carried away with the score of the game. It started with in New York when we were down. They did not phase them. They kept the grit, the intensity in our game. Today, obviously, the first period, they had a push on the other side. They had a few scoring chances. Did not shake us. That was next shift. The focus was on the next shift. They were not panic, stress got set on our team. No, they were not of that. They were just in the right frame of mind and humble, urgent every shift. Even when we took the lead, we did not change the way we played. We did not get complacent or whatever. We broke a stick and they made good play and okay, they scored. But I was not like let down from us. So I like where the guys are right now. They stay in the presence. They're humble. They know, hey, we're going we're working to get where we want to be. We're not where we want to be, so we need to just keep going.
Kind of in that same vein, being comfortable in tight games, I know that's a process. Where do you feel that evolution started? Because it seems like it's evolved.
Yeah, it's involved a lot. It's not perfect. We found a way to take 2 penalties in the third. So those are teaching moments or opportunity for us to learn. But there's a lot of good. So you need to learn from both. You need to learn from your mistake, and you need to build on all the good thing you did to protect the lead. I said good chip, good board battle, good possession in the offensive zone, good scoring chance in the third. We didn't stop playing. We still make play on the rush. We were better in our breakout during the game than our breakout progressed, so there's a lot of positive.
2 consecutive wins to begin this long homestand. How are you guys able to keep that going? And how big is the crowd here to help with that?
It's huge. I think tonight the atmosphere was really good. You could feel they were into it, and I think that's the way we want it. We love it when our crowd is behind us, which they always. So that's why we like to play at home.
This might have been one of the most physical games we've seen this season.
Yeah.
I think it was 46 penalty minutes, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Is there a rivalry building here, or is it more just kind of reactions to things that have happened on the ice, that kind of thing?
No, I don't. I think there were a message early in the game the player wanted to send, but the rest of the game is just St. Louis is a team who's physical, who play physical. You saw the playoff last year. Their first round against Winnipeg. That was that's the way they can play. So we're capable of playing that kind of game. We're capable of answering the bell, and I think the guys did a good job.
McBain answered that call, obviously with the fight and sent a message with, a few right hooks. Just curious, why is that important for him to do that?
I think we didn't like the Hitland Cools when we were in St. Louis, and that's not the kind of thing can come from the coach. I didn't say a word about it, but I think it showed how much guys care for each other. I think that's what it is, and I'm not saying it has to happen, but I'm saying I didn't mind it happen. I think it's. Don't tell me how Logan Cooley feel right now. Seriously, put yourself in his shoes. My teammate had my back, and give credit to the guy on the other side. He did in his state, and he answered the belt. He knew what he did, and he knew what was happening. And like I said, it was not a shot. It was called. Was the matchup, and that's the way it happened. I just I won't lie to say I like the game of hockey that way.
You guys now have a playoff spot, at least for now. Is it too early to start watching the standings, or?
Yeah. There's. Okay, we won 2 games. It doesn't mean anything, and I think we had our lesson early on. So you need to win a lot of games if you want to make the playoffs. So not 2 games will tip the scale enough. So we need to stay humble. We have things to improve. We talk about teaching moment. We have stuff. We're happy about that game, but Columbus is one of the best offense in the league by all metrics, so that will be a good challenge there. So let's enjoy tonight, but let's make sure tomorrow we shift the focus at the right place, and we need to get better, because if we're not getting better, we won't make it. Every team will get better, and we saw it last year. Their team will come from behind at some point as well, like St. Louis did last year, or like Florida did 3 years ago, or so on and so forth. So it's way too early to get ahead of ourselves.
I know we talk about how wonderful Vejmelka has been. NHL leading 20th win today. From the start of the season to now, I know it's kind of been up and down, but how does that kind of consistency come with a goaltender like that, and then be able to prove it night and night again?
Yep. I think his focus is really good. I think it's a little bit like the team right now, where when you're not as successful or the results are not coming the way you want, it's tough mentally. You need to dig in and find a way to stay composed, etc. It's the same thing. It's the same challenge when it's going well. You need to, we just won 2 games. We cannot get carried away. Things are going good. It's the same for Veg. He's doing a good job. life is good. But the challenge is even greater because everything flash red in the dash when you lose. And when you win, you don't see those lights flashing everywhere. So you need, as a pro, to, hey, okay, what I have to do better, what my focus. And if you want that to keep going, it's better to keep the urgency high. Thanks, everyone.